Welcome to the Season 4 finale of rating your Nitro type profiles. Today, I'll be rating the top 10 accounts from the past 6 episodes. The winner will get $10 million of Nitro type cash, second place will get $7.5 million, and third place gets $5 million. Enjoy. Arigato is in the Epic League, which is pretty good. That is the 9th league along. They're using the extra credit title, which I think is pretty fitting considering we're now in the back to school event. They have an average of 137 with a high of 212. Both of those are very impressive numbers. Nice job. They have 221,137 total races, which is a lot of total races. Very nice job. They've been a member since March 22nd, 2017, so a really long time ago, and they have 130,448 profile views, which is a very impressive number. They are using the fully leaded car. I do like this car. It's one of my more favorite back-to-school cars, and I like the trail and the nitro they're using with the car. I do like what they've done with their garage. I think it looks quite nice. I would expect nothing less from the previously highest score in Season 4. So yeah, very good looking garage, nice consistency, and overall this person has 167.3 points. Terrific Typist is in the Legend League, which is very nice. That is the highest league you can be in. They have the Spell Checker title equipped, which I do like, is kind of fitting for back to school. They have an average of 130 with a high of 163. Both of those are very nice numbers. Good job. They have 151,798 total races, which is a ton of total races. Nice job. They've been a member since September 21st, 2018, so quite some time ago, and they have 19,218 profile views, which is a lot of profile views. They are using the Underachiever. I do like this car. It's nice and clean, and I like it in this school bus yellow. It looks quite nice, and the event perk looks really good with the car actually. If we take a look at their garage, lots of cars. I don't see a ton of super consistent patterns, at least from what I can tell at first glimpse, but still a lot of cars, an impressive garage. In total, this person had 137 points. Dean94K is in the Legend League, which is very nice. That is the highest league you can be in. They have the contestant title equipped, which I do like. It's not necessarily my favorite title, but I still think it is good. They have an average of 154 with a high of 199. Both of those are very impressive numbers. Nice job. They have 94,078 total races, which is a lot of total races. Maybe not quite as many as some of the other competitors, but we have to keep in mind all of these accounts today will be pretty impressive, so this is still a very impressive race count. They've been a member since September 12th, 2018, so quite some time ago, and they have 40,119 profile views, which is pretty impressive as well. I do like the car they're using. The School Bus Wildland is one of my favorite back-to-school cars, and I like the trail they're using with it. The event perk is kind of hidden under the bus, which I don't really like, but that's not this player's fault. That's more of Nitro Type's design. If we take a look at their garage, I really like this garage. Very nicely arranged, very consistent color scheme. It looks really good. Not much else to say here, a very nice profile. And total, this person had 121.2 points. Danny is in the Legend League, which is very nice. That is the highest league you can be in. They have the Book Smart title equipped, which I do like. That is a pretty fitting title for back to school, although a lot of titles will be because you have to have one equipped if you want to get that extra XP bonus. They have an average of 114 with a high of 140. Both of those are good numbers. Nice job. They have 132,700 total races, which is a lot of total races. Very nice there. They've been a member since May 13th, 2020, so not quite as long as some of these other people have been, but still a long time nonetheless, and they have 13,729 profile views, which is a good amount of profile views, but nothing crazy considering their race count. They are using the Underachiever. Again, I like this car. I really like it in this light blue as well. This is one of those cars that I think looks good in almost every paint job, including this one. This one especially looks good. I like the pencils with it. I think it kind of provides a nice contrast, and I like the trail you're using along with the car. It looks pretty good. If I take a look at their garage, seems like they have a lot of cars packed in here, but they've done some consistency. They have Halloween cars together, Christmas cars together, some more Christmas cars. Very nice. They have a lot of Christmas cars. Cool. Yeah, very good looking garage, not much else to say here. Total, they had 122.4 points. Hammerhead is in the Epic League, which is very nice. That is the second highest league you can be in. They have the Aquarian Conqueror title equipped, which I do like. That is one of my favorite titles on the website. They have an average of 145 with a high of 173. Both of those are very good numbers. Nice job. They have 64,606 total races, which isn't quite as many as some of the other competitors here, but it's still a very impressive race count nonetheless. They've been a member since March 22nd, 2020, so quite some time ago, and they have 12,196 profile views, which isn't terribly impressive considering, again, some of the other accounts for today, but it's still really good considering their race count. If we take a look at their car, they're using the School Bus Wildland. I don't know if I've ever seen one in this orange color before, and I think it looks really good, so nice job there, and I like the trail you're using along with it to match all the flames all over this car. If we take a look at their garage, I like the color shift. This looks really nice, actually. This is one of my more favorite cars. Oh, you're gonna have a bunch of empty sections. Oh, don't do that to me, man. Still a very good looking garage. Total, they had 103.4 points. Sneeza001 is in the Legend League, which is very nice. That is the highest league you can be in. They have the Problem Solver title equipped, which I do like. I don't remember what that's from, but I'm assuming it's probably a back-to-school event. They have an average of 113 with a high of 155. Both of those are very good numbers. Nice job. They have 54,140 total races, which is a good race count. They've been a member since November 29th, 2018, so quite some time ago, and they have 4,676 profile views, which isn't too crazy, but it's not all that bad considering the race count. This is definitely a higher count if we were to pick it out of a normal episode, and this is definitely not a normal episode. Take a look at their car. The Underachiever looks really good in red, not much to say here, and I like the trail they're using along with it. If we take a look at their garage, they've got a really nice garage, very nicely arranged. They've grouped by car type, it seems, at least in some cases. You've got a random Halloween car hanging down out there, but I think I saw some consistency. Yeah, presents together, these are together, those are together, these are all together. That's nice. So they have some consistency. I think it looks really nice. Total, this person had 94.9 points. The QWERTY Warriors in the Epic League, which is pretty good. That is the second highest league you can be in. They have the QWERTY Quester title equipped. I think this is very fitting considering their name, so I like that. They have an average of 107 with a high of 154. Both of those are good numbers. Nice job. They have 74,046 total races, which is a lot of total races. They've been a member since December 25th, 2019, so quite some time ago, and they have 3,081 profile views, which is nothing to write home about. They are using the Winston Maythaw. I really like this car, especially in this green, very good looking, and I like the cash trail they're using along with it. This is just a very nice combination. Take a look at their garage. Ooh, I like what they did here. They've got some arrangement going on up top and then down at the bottom, and oh, they're gonna have empty sections too. I don't take off points for this. It's just annoying to have to scroll through it all. I'm assuming they have it open for future use, which is understandable. Still a very good looking garage, and total they had 94 points. Lazarus is in the Legend League, which is very nice. That is the highest league you can be in. They have the extracurricular title equipped, which I do like and is fitting for the back to school event. They have an average of 133 with a high of 169. Both of those are very good numbers. Nice job. They have 46,959 total races, which is a lot of racing. Good job. They've been a member since March 18th, 2021, so a couple years, and they have 2,597 profile views, which isn't all that crazy considering the race count, but it's not awful either. They are using the Underachiever. This is a pretty common car. I do like it, especially in this red, and I like the trail they're using with it. If we take a look at their garage, I like the color shifting. Always looks good in my opinion. You can't really go wrong there, and they even have some of them arranged by type, which is neat. Total, this person had 90.6 points. Experienced Racer YouTube is in the Expert League, which is decent. That's the 6th league along. They have the Fast and Flora title equipped, which is still from the spring event. I still like the title. They have an average of 150 with a high of 194. Both of those are very impressive numbers. Good job. They have 32,386 total races, which for this episode isn't a whole lot of racing, but in general, that's a lot of racing, so good job there. They've been a member since September 11th, 2020, so a couple years, and they have 2,797 profile views, which is not all that bad considering the race count, but still nothing too crazy. They're using the shock value. This is actually probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite back to school cars. It just looks good. I don't know why. It just looks like a science project, which is pretty neat. And I do like the trail they're using along with it. If we take a look at their garage, I would expect nothing less than a pretty good garage from Experienced Racer. They've been a moderator on the channel for a very long time, so it's always good to see people I know on here. Total, Experienced Racer had 83.1 points. Radiant Red Hair is in the Rookie League, which isn't all that great. That's only the 3rd league along. They are using the Raw Racing Recruit title, which is a beginner title, but considering their race count words per minute, I can kind of see the humor in it. They have an average of 128 with a high of 146. Both of those are very good numbers. Nice job. They have 54,504 total races, which is a lot of total races. They've been a member since January 11th, 2020, so a couple years, and they have 5,868 profile views, which is decent as well. They are using the Velocite, I think Agile. Not my favorite car, but it's certainly a choice. No trail along with it, and I think just the basic Nitro. But still, I think maybe this is one of those sleeper profiles where they have a good words per minute and a lot of races, but really not a whole lot to equip to show it. I guess maybe that's on purpose. We took a look at their garage. They do have a decent garage, good amount of cars, and they probably got all these empty sections. Yes. But still a very good looking garage, and total this person had 83 points. Here is today's rubric. As you can see, Arigato won with a score of 167.3, very impressive there. They're going to get $10 million. Terrific Typist came in second with a score of 137 even, they'll get $7.5 million, and third place was Danny with a score of 122.4, just barely beating out D94K for the $5 million. Before I send them their cash, I will slowly scroll through the rubric, and if you were in today's episode, you can look at your score and see how you got that score. Alright, I will send them their cash. Arigato has gotten their 10 million, Terrific Typist has gotten their 7.5 million, and Danny has gotten their 5 million. That is it for today's episode. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this get brought back again. I would be more than willing to do it. I might also experiment with team rating. One important thing to know is that I am about to go off to college, so the amount of videos I'll be able to make will be significantly reduced while I'm there because I'll just be very busy, but I will still try to make content when I can. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, of course, leave them in the comments down below. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one.